El Nido in the province of Palawan is a unique place in the Philippines, the marine reserve and a small town that attract a large number of tourists from all over the world. We visited El Nido and despite the daily rain were impressed with the beauty of the region. In the sunny weather the colors will be much brighter and you will no doubt remember the days spent in El Nido for a long time. You can get to El Nido by ferry. We chose a direct ferry from Coron town, Busoanga Island. The trip lasted 3 hours. You can also get to El Nido by air. There are daily flights to the small airport of El Nido from Manila and to international airport of the capital of the island, Puerto Princesa, from Manila and other Philippine islands. The most popular activity in El Nido are boat tours to the marine reserve. We went on a tour with a group of other tourists and now we can name the pros and cons of group tours and tell about the places we visited in El Nido. The first place of our visit was Entalula Beach. A significant part of the beach is closed to everyone except the guests of the hotel the beach belongs to. The allowed for visiting part of the beach is not that big, and if several tourist groups come to Entalula Beach at the same time, it will probably be crowded. The symbol of the beach is a small rock growing out of the water. All the visitors of the beach make photos near this rock, and sometimes it's quite difficult to make a photo without other tourists. There is quite an interesting snorkeling on Entalula Beach, so while the rest of the tourists make photos, you can spend an exciting time here. Next, during the tour we had snorkeling near Popolcan Island. Here you have to dive right from the boat and enjoy a colorful snorkeling. One of the obvious disadvantages of group tours is that there will always be unfamiliar people around you. This man on the left, for example, is on all our underwater photos and videos. Snake Island is the island which is connected with Palawan by a path where you can walk at low tide. By the time of our visit, the weather turned bad, so we certainly couldn't fully enjoy the beauty of these places. On the beach of the island we were met not by a snake but a monkey who wasn't happy with the arrival of so many people. If you walk along the path, you will first get into the orchid garden and then into the mangrove forest. Codognon Cave is one of the interesting places of El Nido. The entrance to the cave is on the beach. The beach itself is quite pleasant. If not for the group tour program and the heavy rain, we would have quite stayed on this beach longer. The entrance to the cave is in the rock, where sharp stones are, so they put life jackets on the rocks for the convenience of tourists. And you did it right from the start. Perhaps the place that we were the least impressed by during the boat tour was the Cathedral Cave. There is no shore since this is a rock surrounded by the sea. The boat drives into the cave and everyone examines it while remaining on the boat. Is as normal, missing someone. The beautiful Pinagbuyutan Island with its long beach and spacious palm grove was the final point of our boat tour. Our boat was the only one near the island, so there was plenty of space for everyone. Every tourist will find how to spend time on the island. Here you can snorkel, walk along the beach in a palm grove or sunbathe. Note that it's better to walk in coral shoes here near the shore. There are many sea urchins. Love is tour is a great opportunity to visit 5 or 6 amazing places of El Nido in one day. If possible, it's better to rent an individual boat. First, you will be able to compose your own itinerary, and second, there won't be always a lot of unfamiliar people around you. You can easily make a photo or video and have lunch when you want and not on a schedule. But group tours have one advantage – the cost. If you travel alone or there are 2 of you, a group tour will be much cheaper than renting an individual boat. The sum for 4 people will be approximately the same, but the advantages of the individual boat are undeniable. After a day with a boat tour, in the evening you can relax with a cocktail in one of the bars on the El Nido embankment. Our favorite place to have meal was the rather popular Art Cafe. In the evenings they play live music and there is a pleasant atmosphere. If you have another free day in El Nido, you can arrange a trip to Nacpan Beach. There are 2 ways, either to take a taxi tricycle from El Nido to the beach, the driver will wait for you and take you back, or rent a motorbike and go to the beach on your own. We chose the second option. To get to Nacpan Beach, you have to drive about 20 kilometers to the north. There are beautiful mountains, rice fields and palm groves between the villages on both sides of the road. The advantages of a self-made trip from El Nido to Nacpan Beach are obvious. You can choose the itinerary and visit, for example, waterfalls that are a little bit away from the main road, and you can also spend as much time as you want on the beach. You will remember the last 4 kilometers on the way to Nacpan Beach for a long time if you will go there in rainy weather, as you will have to drive through mud and deep puddles. Nacpan Beach is spacious, its length reaches 2 kilometers and only few people are almost always there. Tall palms, fine sand and clear water, sandy and clean bottom. It's pleasant to swim on Nacpan and time flies by fast. Near the entrance to the beach there is a cafe where you can have lunch and drinks. In rainy weather, it's better to return to El Nido well in advance, because you don't know what other surprises will the road after rain give you. We came back to El Nido quite early at about 4 p.m, so we decided to drive to the market, which is opposite the bus station. And compared to the market in Coron Town on Busuanga Island, which we visited before, the market in El Nido looks so good. To get to Puerto Princesa airport for a flight to Sava Island, we ordered a transfer. You should be prepared for the fact that this road is not easy. 230 kilometers with constant turns, with practically no straight paths, so you should leave better in advance, and those who do not feel well on the road should take pills from motion sickness. More information on what to visit on Palawan, recommendations on where to eat, the list of the best accommodation according to the tourist reviews you can find in the articles of our blog, travelblogstories.com. In addition, we have released a guidebook that contains a maximum of useful information and travel itineraries around the Philippines. A link to our blog and guidebook you can find in the description of this video. Thanks for watching, subscribe to our channel, we will describe our further travels around the Philippines.